Nanach nachma yumin. V'zeu mamish inyan kol ma she'over al adam. This is mamish what happens, what transpires to a person. Ki yesh shekvar hiski levayer uzakech atzmo ksas. There are some that have already begun to purify themselves a little. But the purification, the clarification that they have done is only an aspect of what we do to the grain from the husks, from the grain, from the straw. But even for that clarification, it needs great effort. And great help from on high. That he should merit that he should merit to properly clarify the grain from the straw and from the husks. Can move on the Zohar Kodesh, as it can be understood from the holy book of splendor, the Zohar. The great height of clarifying the grain from the straw and the husks. But even if he already merited to do such a clarification, he still has to make the clarification of the flour from the junk that gets stuck in the flour. Like we see in the ethics of our fathers, it says if one doesn't have flour, one doesn't have Torah. So it's important to clarify the flour. But even if someone who merited to this, to clarify the flour, he still needs great effort until he makes the bread. To the aspect that, referring to the Torah, it says, come have bread, my bread. So you see that the Torah is likened to bread. And even when one merits to the aspect of clarifying the bread, that it appears that as if he reached the completion of the clarification, and in truth this is a great height, great powerful height. Nanach someone who merits to do clarifications like this, but even still, he still needs great and powerful efforts from that which he did before, until he merits to eat the bread properly, until he merits to make the clarification that happens at the time of eating. Because then specifically is the main clarification from the clothes of excrement, like we saw. And someone who is not able to withstand and endure these efforts properly, that is necessary, they spread out on him all types of obstacles and confusion and and blockages, much more than it was before. Because now the clothes of excrement are awakened much more, because we need to push them away specifically at the time of eating. And this is an aspect of what the sages of blessed memory taught. Here is the table, here is meat, but we don't have a mouth to eat. That is to say, that the sages are saying that even when one has a full table with all the food in front of him, and we have already done all types of clarifications, even still we are still not able to eat. Because this final clarification is the hardest, much more than all the others, like we saw. Nanach nachma yumin.